Hello and welcome back to Data Ignite's PowerView Dashboards and Data Visualization series. My name is Andy Kinnear. I'm a Microsoft Certified Professional and Partner and Chief Technologist for Data Ignite. You can visit us at dataignite.com. This is the second installment of our series. We're going to cover today filtering, slicing, and drill across functionality in PowerView. And this is PowerView SP1, or with SQL Server 2012 Service Pack 1. Which came out in November of 2012, added a lot more functionality to the PowerView dashboards. I'm going to go straight into our trade import and export data portal and use one of the dashboards we have there. This is on foreign port and vessel, and we'll show you how to use the filtering within this. So when the view first comes up, you'll see over to the top left over here there's an edit report. And if you have edit privileges in SharePoint, then you'll be able to go into edit. And you can see here we're on the home tab as we come in. And over here we've highlighted the filters toggle switch. So if you see here to the right, we do have the filters showing already. You can toggle that back and forth depending on how you want to view it. As you can see, I have it open over here, and if I click on this to expand the filters area, it's going to show me the filters area. And we have view highlighted here. It's the only option at this point. When a filter is added to this area, it will filter every element on the view itself. So if I highlight this particular table, you can see it gives me the option to not only filter on the view but also filter on that particular table. And each of the fields that we have here can be filtered on for the table. And when you do filter on one of the visualizations, the filter only takes place for that particular visualization. It doesn't affect the bar chart and the pie chart. If I come here and select the pie chart, and now you can see that these are the filters available for the chart itself. So let's go back to the view. You can see I've already filtered on Caribbean as the trade lane here, and for first quarter 2012. And that's limited our year-month slicer here to those 3 months because we're filtering the view on the first quarter. I'm going to add, let's add foreign port to the filters area. So you can see we're looking at foreign port as our leftmost field over here. And these are all shipments that came in during these 3 months into a Caribbean port at this particular time. So let's take a look at what we can do here. These are all check boxes. This shows all the members for the attribute foreign port. And if I want to filter on Freeport, let's see if we do that. It brings up Freeport, Bahamas. And I can use the checkbox approach here. And if I clear that filter out, you can see I still have Freeport checked. I still have Freeport checked, but it expanded the rest when I moved the search here. And you can click on anything else here, multiple selection, if that helps. So I'll unclick this. Let's just go with Freeport at this point. The other part of this that you can do is go to the advanced filtering capability here. And this allows you to do some more stuff with contains, does not contain, starts with. So let's clear out. I'll show you here. If you use the eraser here, it'll clear out our Freeport, Bahamas. Okay, I had to go back to the basic filter and then click the eraser button here, and brings us back to everyone is showing at this time. So that's the all filter. Now if I go into my advanced filter mode, I can do a contains on let's say report as part of it, and apply filter there. And you can see that if it contains the text report, it'll bring it up. Here is Freeport, Bahamas. and you can have an and here as well. So if it does not contain dash BAH, apply the filter. Of course, that's going to bring up nothing because there are no ports that have report in it and then don't contain BAH. So if I remove this part here, see it brings back the ones for Freeport, Bahamas. So you can see that BAH here, since it did contain that, we removed it. And you can do certain combinations here to get the filtering as precise as you want. You also have the OR, so you can have an AND or an OR here, and do some good advanced filtering that way. Now if we come back to just the table itself, let's close that up. Let's go to the table. Now if I filter here, I'm just filtering on the table itself. So we know that foreign port right now is currently all Bahamas, but let's filter on some of the vessels then that have come in here. So we've got vessel name, and let's go to the advanced. I can see this one that contains Florida, or let's use the OR, and starts with MSC, and apply that filter. So it'll probably just give us one ship here, which would be MS Florida. Oh, I'm sorry, it gives us all of the ones started with MSC because we have the OR going. Let's make it an and it should just give us those that started with MSC and also have Florida in it. So I need to apply the filter. And you can see now we just have MSC Florida up here. So those are two different ways, and you did notice that the bar chart and the pie chart weren't filtered further when we did a filter on the table portion itself. So when you do a filter on the view, it filters the whole view. When you do a filter on the table, it just filters that table here. Now one of the things we can do here, I'm going to clear that out. With the measure itself, you can have greater than or equal to here. You can also have the range filter mode, which allows you to do different ranges using this little bar tool here. You can kind of scoop the range down to greater than 163 and less than 282. Or if you go to this mode here, greater than or equal to 200, and let's say less than or equal to 300, and apply that filter. Again, number of different ways. That's using measures right now while you're doing value type filters. Let's clear that out. And let's see. Let's clear this out as well. I'll go to my eraser here, clear the filter. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at slicers here. Let's put US port. So I go to here, you can see the active fields, or you can go to the all ones and go to US port. And we're going to drop US port right onto the surface here. And when you drop a field onto the surface, it comes in as a table, and just a table of the values that are in that attribute. If you come up top here and click on slicer, it creates a slicer out of that. So now when I click on a value here, let's say Baltimore, and you get to see all the shipments that came into Baltimore from the Caribbean. And you have here the eraser tool to clear the filter. It brings you back. And what we'll do here is, let's close this up. We're going to save this. And we'll go back to user mode. So we were in edit mode this whole time. You can choose your filters here and apply them, but then you bring it back to user mode. So if someone only has user privileges, well, they can't get into edit mode, but they can still use the dashboard. You'll see what the differences are here in terms of filtering and what they're allowed to and not allowed to do. So if I go back into this dashboard as a user, let's go to full screen mode. And this is full screen mode, give you a little better look. As you can see, I have the filter section here automatically. So if I open it up, I can't add new filters here, so I couldn't add US port to this particular area to filter the whole thing, but I can go in and have the same filtering functionality if the designer has given me the filter. So foreign port is here. Again, I can do my checkbox, or I can switch over to advanced mode, and if you highlight a table or a chart, let me highlight the bar chart down here, and you can see that you have the chart, the ability to filter on the chart just as we saw in edit mode. So the distinction here is that you can't add new filters, you can't add fields to charts or reports, but you can utilize the filter that the designer has given you on that. And then with these slicers again, so if I want to see January and Baltimore, knowing that this is coming from the Caribbean because that filter is there already. And you can see here that the table and the bar chart, and there is no pi. So we must have filtered out the US ports on this. Not sure why. We must have a filter on here. West Coast. So we'll have to clear the filter on that so that we can see Baltimore when we go over here and click on this. Okay, so you can see Baltimore is on the East Coast. That's what's showing here. And this is the commodities that came in for January in Baltimore that came from the Caribbean. And these are the ports, this is the tables. So this gives you a good idea of how to do some fast analysis by providing the correct filters and slices and allow your user to play with the data. For the last thing that we can show here is that these charts are also interactive. You can see we have here a year-month legend in our commodities bar chart. So each one of these, as I highlight over them, shows me the different months within. So for the plastics and articles thereof commodity, you can see the values for the different months. Now if I click on this, which is January, you can see the table and the pie chart also react. So the table here has been filtered by what we have for January for plastics and articles. And over here on the pie chart itself, you can actually see what's highlighted down here. So for San Juan, what came in from San Juan, the total is 14.9 thousand, but the highlight value is 545. So if you wanted to know what came in for plastics and articles thereof in the month of January from San Juan, you can see there is 545 TEUs. If you click on an area away from the bar charts itself, just in the white space, it removes the filtering. This allows you to drill up and drill down. It's a different way of doing it. Our topmost here is the US coast, so east, west, Gulf, and other. And again, its way of filtering is just by clicking on US port, and then once you get down to that lower level, if I want to click on Long Beach here, you can see again the table and the bar chart are being sliced down to that particular data. And again over here, now you have for the month of January, and for the commodity of plastics, you can see that we have the highlighted value of 421 and then the total of 1.8 thousand thereabouts. Again, if I click over on the white space in the pie chart, it undoes the slice and restores the original values here. So those are the four major components filtering. So you have the two types of filtering, view and table. You have the slicers that are available, and then you also have the drill across. When you highlight certain components of bar charts, pie charts, maps, etc., they all will drill across the slice to the other elements in the view. Okay, I hope you enjoyed our video for today. Here's the links for you to visit Data Ignite itself, and then there's also our YouTube video page, youtube.com user/Data Ignite LLC. You can find our video series there. Thank you very much, and I'll see you for the next one.